Hi, I'm Craig Latimer, Hillsborough County Supervisor of Election. I'm here to talk to you today about what to expect when you vote in person. You have two options to vote in person. You can vote during the early vote period at any of our early voting sites throughout the county, or you can vote in your polling site on election day. Come on, let's go check in. Hey Terry. Hi. At the check-in table, you'll be asked for your Florida driver's license or other photo signature ID. Florida accepts 12 different forms of photo ID, and if your photo ID doesn't have a signature, you can use a second form of ID with your signature on it. Our poll workers will use your ID to look you up in our voter database. The check-in equipment used for early voting is a little different than the electronic poll books we use on election day, but they contain the same information, allowing our poll workers to look you up in our database. They're checking for a few things. Are you a registered voter? Have you voted in this election? Did you receive a vote-by-mail ballot in this election? And on election day, are you at your assigned polling place? If there's a question about your eligibility to vote, you can vote a provisional ballot. A provisional ballot is exactly like a regular ballot, but it's placed in a special envelope and sent back to our office so we can verify your eligibility to vote. Otherwise, you'll continue with the check-in process. You'll read an oath, sign in, and be directed to pick up your ballot. So here's the big difference. During early voting, our poll workers will print out your specific ballot for you at the early voting site. So you can go to any of the early voting locations to pick up your ballot. Remember, voters have different ballots depending on where they live and who represents them. On election day, all of our ballots are already printed and waiting for voters at their assigned polling place. That's why you can only vote in your assigned polling place on election day. Once you get your ballot, you'll go to the privacy booth to mark it. Or if you need special assistance, you can take your unmarked ballot to our AutoMark, which is specifically designed to allow people with disabilities to mark their ballots independently with the help of audio, braille, a sip and puff device, and other helpful features. Your ballot should look familiar to you. That's because we mail you a sample ballot prior to the election. I would encourage you, take your time, go over your sample ballot, make your selections, and then bring your sample ballot with you to the polls to use as a reference. Instructions for voting are at the top of your ballot. They're short and simple, but please read the instructions. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. Just ask a poll worker for another ballot and they'll spoil the one with the mistake. After you've marked your ballot, you'll put it in the privacy folder and bring it to the tabulator, and then feed your ballot into the scanner. These ballot scanners were first used in 2016. They're state-of-the-art, carefully maintained, and very reliable. And they have a nice big screen to let you know that your ballot has been successfully scanned. If there's any problem reading or accepting your ballot, you'll see a clear message displayed on the screen, and a poll worker will help to resolve the issue.
Thank you for voting.
Thank you. And that's how easy it is. That's it. Remember, we've got poll workers throughout the polling site to assist you with any problems or issues you may have. Just remember, we're all working towards the same goal, to make Hillsborough County the best place in America to vote.